Hello everyone, this is Kubo and this is my laundry talk. Hello, so this show is my... Oh, I can't talk right now. So this show is for my language improvement, nothing else. So I will talk whatever I want to talk, and if you're folding some laundries with me, it's perfect. Let's get started. So today I'm going to talk about Pride Parade in Vancouver. It happened last week, and now I live in the island, but I love to go to Vancouver from time to time, and me and my partner went there last week, so we'll talk about that. I mean, first of all, I love Pride. I just love the atmosphere, I love people. I just never had any negative experience there. It just, nobody cares what you're doing, what you're wearing. Just free, and that's just I don't know, it's very unique time of the year. I wish I have like adjective that particularly explain or like express how I feel about Pride Parade and Pride, but anyhow, it was just fantastic day, and I think I've joined, or I'm not joined, but I have been there last year as well, and I just absolutely loved it. And then, you know, a lot of people wearing kind of costume, and I'm wearing less and less, so probably I will be naked next year, but we'll see. Yeah, but I just love the atmosphere. Nobody cares what you do, and yeah, again, like you just feel free, and nobody judges you. Like, it's just cool environment. It's just so inclusive, and yeah, just so kind atmosphere. And you know, like past couple years, discussion towards LGBTQ has been heated up. Like even in Japan, we started talking about those stuff a lot, and it's just very divided, right? And a lot of media shows, I don't know what's the word. A lot of media express which is right and which is wrong, which is like just two-dimensional. And you know, like sexuality, everything is in spectrum, so there is no absolute right or wrong answer to those, anything related to LGBTQ, right? Like for, you know, making rules like what is right and what is wrong is like, or what's the rule you need is not only one. Oh shoot, it's not easy to explain. I'm gonna try a... Oh, okay, what I'm trying to say. So I was talking about LGBTQ problem, and media says, oh no, not media, but like in general, a lot of times discussion goes to what's right and what's wrong. Yeah, and that's what it's talking about, right? And yeah, like any law, like I wish I have like good example. Okay, transgender woman, so man transitioning woman, they like what's the best rule for those regulations? Like, should we ban trans women joining Women's World Cup, or like maybe we shouldn't ban, and like there's a lot of discussion going on. And if you include all perspective, there is definitely no significant answer to it. Like, there's always pros and cons to each options, right? And I mean, at the end of the day, I think you might need answer for this specific topic, but in like more broad world, like some people even talk about being gay is right or not, and it's if you include all perspectives, again, there is no significant answer to anything. But media likes to divide people if do you think it's right or wrong, and right and wrong is very two-dimensional, right? As I said, or even just not even two-dimensional, it's just one line, yes, right or wrong. And I feel like that's very dangerous way to think about it, and because things are not one single line, like things are much more complicated. It could be round, or it could be zigzag, all those lines. It's not like right or wrong, and it's even three-dimensional, like what's right, what's wrong, those two lines, and there's a graph, right? But no, there's maybe third line, which is kinder, which is nicer, which is more inclusive, more exclusive, which is more modern, which is more traditional. Like, there's a lot of different measurement towards those things, which is more moral, and we tend to forget about like those other dimensional. And because discussion shouldn't be that simple, that like I think I'm smart person, but also I'm not confident to think my answer is the absolute right thing to like regarding to LGBTQ problem, let's just say. And yeah, of course I have opinions about it, but nowadays like opinion becomes your fact, and you cannot take other than what you think what's right. And I rarely face those situations, especially friends around me. Well, it's just my friends are very nice and great person, so yeah, it doesn't happen a lot of times, but every time if I witness or I was involved in that kind of discussion, some people find it kind of lame because maybe they're enjoying those back and forth, but I try to introduce other adjectives other than right and wrong, with this is right and this is wrong, and no, what about like which is kinder to other people, like, and they might suggest like that's this kind lead those problems. So okay, so we're talking about problem based, but what about like what kind of benefit if we let it go, or what kind of who will be saved and who lose one? It's just, you don't wanna be narrow-minded, right? And I just feel like it. And anyway, so those discussion doesn't happen in Pride. It's all there, and yeah. It's kind of weird that we exclude because of the preference. No, not actually, that could happen to anything, like, oh, if you like that kind of style of art, I don't want to be your friend, like that could happen. So like, sure, maybe sexuality could determine, but if that's the case, like, why do you want to be around those people either, right? So yeah, I just love the atmosphere of acceptance, and you don't have to be anything, though you feel like you have to sometimes, right? So yeah, anyhow, and I went to P&E Play On, and they have drag show, and oh my gosh, it was so good. I mean, there's like 2 drag race winners. One is Priyanka from Canada, and one is from, yeah, okay, one sec. It's just a spam call. Anyways, yeah, so I just feel, no, I finished my serious conversation, so going back to drag race, yeah. So yeah, we went to, where did we go? P&E to see drag queens, drag performance, but there are 3 actually drag race winners. One is Trixie Mattel, and one is Alaska, and another one is Priyanka from Canadian season. Oh my god, it was so entertaining, and like the level of drag is insane. I mean, to be fair, like they entertained us for 40 minutes per drag queen, and if you can keep entertaining people for 40 minutes by yourself, or like not by yourself, but like just you and your team, that is fantastic. Like, I don't think people are not easily entertain people for 40 minutes straight. Like, if it's like back and forth conversation, I think there are more people who could accomplish that, but those queens are just like on the stage, you know, interacting, but like they're dancing and singing, and like it's just so cool to see those talent. And like I've seen some drag shows on the island, and they're awesome, they are so entertaining, but I felt like those queens on TV and even those winners is a different level, like they are beyond and above, you know what I mean? I was definitely inspired, like, oh wow, like what they can do is insane. And of course I would like to have, you know, it doesn't have to be as expressive as drag queens, but I would like to be able to pursue something that passionately, and I can even entertain, or yeah, basically entertain people for, you know, long period of time. And I love that. I haven't found one for myself yet, but I'm sure I will. And it's just nice to see people have done that, found what their passion is, and they just did extremely well in that passion, right? Or in the industry that they're passionate about. So like that's insane, and good for them. And see you there. Well, I don't think I will. Okay, I'm not laughing, but I don't think I will do drag queen, because that's a lot of work, man. Like this, that's with the biggest respect, like that. Wow, like you have to be able to do your hair, makeup, and outfit, and that's just the start line. And then you gotta be able to sing, like split and drag, lip sync, and just, you know, act sometimes, just everything. And then yeah, those are just talented people. It's insane. So anyhow, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.